All right, standing by with Coach U as the Bruins get a win over Warren Wilson to snap a 4-game losing streak. Coach, I know coming into this one, our guys have just been battling the last 4 games, and they find themselves on the losing end, and then they get into the next game, another tough result. How big was this win tonight for our team?
Well, obviously you want to win every game, and I want to give, because this is my first interview in a while, I do want to give Coach Miller especially, and then Coach Clay and Coach Champion all the credit. And they were put in a really tough situation that they didn't ask to be in, and they didn't really have any preparation for. And so, I felt bad. I felt very guilty that the team and them have had to go through that, but they haven't given up. And when you coach as long as I have, there are teams that give up at the first sign of adversity, and there hasn't been any division amongst the team. We've really bought into. I've been selling in the time that I've been with them the growth mindset. Not that we're not there and it's fixed, and at the end we're just not there yet. And I felt like they took a really, really good step forward. I actually feel like they took a huge step forward on Saturday. And just because you lose doesn't mean that you didn't take a step forward. They played in the toughest environment most of them have ever played in. And most of the people that played in that game Saturday had never been in that game before. And to go out of there losing by a bucket, I was proud of them. And then came back, had one of our best practices of the year yesterday. And we'll just keep chipping away and doing the things that we need to do. I call it pounding the stone, and that's what they did.
Take me through that second half in particular, Coach. It was a real dogfight in that first half, real back and forth. What really was key for us in that second half to pull away with it like we did?
Well, this time of the year, you're not making any grand adjustments at halftime. You've already adjusted as much as you're going to adjust throughout the year. It's just what we did tonight was make really, really good decisions on offense. And when we make those good decisions, we're not constantly in transition defense. And they had 11 transition buckets at the end in the first half. And you don't want in one half somebody to be double digits just because they beat you down the floor. And so whether that was from a live ball turnover or what I call shot turnovers from a bad shot, I think I only counted 2 in 20 minutes in the second half. We had a few turnovers, but we didn't have any bad shots. And I can live with the turnovers that were made because those dudes are quick. If you're quicker than Pouncey, you're quick. And if you're quicker than Pouncey and Brian, you're quick. And those guys are really quick and they're really good. I mean, they beat the snot out of us just a couple weeks ago in Asheville. So I like it when we come back, and we don't believe in revenge games, but we do believe in kind of evening the score and playing our best at home. And they did a really good job of that.
Obviously, this gives you guys some momentum now. As I heard you talking about in the locker room, this is just one game. We got to look ahead to the next one. But what does this do for our team as we look ahead to this weekend, particularly another region matchup against Trinity Baptist?
Well, probably, I can't say this definitively, but probably what is the region tournament brackets are probably pretty close to being set right now, especially where we would probably be. And I kind of sold them before the Pensacola game. It just, in a sense, there's a little bit of there's not the pressure of we have to win this game to get this seed. And so when you don't have that as your focus and you can just focus on doing the things getting better, they've got a chance to do that. And Trinity's always tough at home. I think only one time have we beat them by 20 or more. They're usually single-digit games, and they're a very good team, and I expect that to be a really tough game. But just touching on our stats tonight, Trevor had 36, was our player of the game. Henry had 20 at halftime and ended up with 31 for the game. Stefan had 19. And then Hayes had 9 rebounds, 9 assists, a steal, and 8 points himself. And so when you see a stat line full, and then like you and I talked about earlier, 24 assists to their 11. That's really what that means is we're unselfish, and it means when we're unselfish, we have players hitting the shots that they need to make for the assist to count. So there's a lot of good things. We always pride ourselves. We think at the end of the year, if we hit our assist total that we want, that we probably had the kind of teammates that we wanted to have, the kind of team that we wanted to have. And we had that last year going into the region tournament. And you know as well as I do that most of the time we peak going into the region tournament, and I think that we're starting to do that here, and hopefully I'm going to be able to finish out the season here.
Alrighty. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.